Today I have an awesome free layer cake pattern for you all today, and I will, as always, have a written pattern for you down below in the description. So let's get started. Now, throughout all of this pattern, you will be using a layer cake, which is a 10-inch square for both print and background. So feel free to use up your scraps as well. Now, I am going to be using an older Moda layer cake, but this designer does have a similar print and same colors, but in a different flower available now, which I will have all the links down below in the description. And I am also using a Junior Grunge Moda layer cake. Now, with your background 10-inch squares, you are going to subcut them into 5-inch by 10-inch rectangles. If you do not like to use background layer cakes, I will also have those calculations for yardage available within that pattern. But then you are also going to need to cut your print 10-inch squares into 5-inch by 10-inch rectangles as well. Now here comes the very important part, and you will need the pattern to tell you how many background 5-inch by 10-inch rectangles you will need to do this to. And what you will be doing is using some fabric marking tool. On the wrong side of the fabric, you're going to draw a line from corner to corner. Now technically this is diagram B within the pattern. I am working backwards, and my apologies. But then you are going to do the same exact thing, but opposite of the line you previously drew, which once again, technically this is diagram A within the pattern. Now, once you have drawn all your lines, it's time to make half rectangles. So you're going to take one print and one background 5-inch by 10-inch rectangle. Lay the background rectangle right sides together on top of the print rectangle, and you're going to rotate it on top like so. Now make sure each corner is lined up together, and now you're going to sew a 1/4-inch seam allowance on both sides of the line you just drew. After you've sewn your 1/4 inch on both sides of the line, take either scissors or with your rotary cutter, cut on the line you drew. Then you're going to iron your rectangles open, and then you will need to trim your half rectangles down, which the measurement will be available within the pattern, as well as how many half rectangles you will need to make this way. Now we're going to do the exact same thing, but the opposite way. Take one print and one background 5-inch by 10-inch rectangle, lay the background rectangle right sides together on top of the print rectangle, and rotate it on top like so. Now make sure each corner is lined up together, and then you're going to sew a 1/4-inch seam allowance on both sides of the line you drew. Then once you've sewn a 1/4 inch on both sides of the line, take either scissors or your rotary cutter and cut on the line you drew. Then once again, iron your rectangles open, and then trim your half rectangles down, which as always, the measurement will be available within the pattern, as well as how many rectangles you will need to make this way. Now, during this section, please triple check everything before you're sewing and cutting, because it does produce two different outcomes and you do need both. So triple check. Once all of your half rectangles are done, you will take the print 5" by 10" rectangles and trim them down to the same length as your half rectangles. Now we will be building the block in diagram L on the pattern. So you're going to take two matching half rectangles and one print rectangle and place them like so. Then go ahead and sew the blocks together. Now we are going to be building the block in diagram K on the pattern. So you're going to once again take two matching half rectangles that are the opposite direction and one print rectangle and place them like so, and then sew those blocks all together. Now, depending on what size you are making, you will need to make several blocks of each version. Then when all of your blocks are sewn, it is time for you to start laying out your quilt. You'll sew your blocks together to form rows, and then lastly sew your rows together to complete the quilt top. And ta-da! Here is my quilt top, which is sadly upside down, but as always, the pattern for this will be linked down below in the description. And if you could please take a moment to hit the like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell because my next video will be how I quilted this beauty, and we are going custom.